starting off on the 7th fret of the G string. This is the note of D, and you're going to do a double pull off down to the 5th fret of the G string to give you the note of C, like this. Keeping your first finger where it is, you move your 3rd finger across to the 7th fret of the D string to give you the note of A. And then you're going to go back to C and back to D. So your hand stays where it is and pivots around your first finger. Now this is where it gets interesting. Having played this lower A, we're going to play the octave of it, a higher one, on the 14th fret of the G string. Now this involves taking a finger on your picking hand, I'm using my 2nd finger here, and driving the string down onto the fretboard. And as the string hits the fret, and because you're holding it by driving it down, you get a tapped note, as it's called. From that tapped note, you're then going to flick your finger away from the string to execute a pull-off using your picking hand back down to where your 3rd finger is. And then your 3rd finger is going to execute a pull-off to your 1st finger, which has been in the same position since the start. And there's your D minor chord. Turning to the B flat, all we need to change about what we've done is the A needs to become B flat, so it goes up 1 fret. So instead of landing your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string, you land it on the 8th fret, like so. Similarly, the tapped note in our picking hand, instead of fret 14, becomes fret 15. That also gives us our B flat note. And you see everything else requires the same movements. Then to play C, we move our 1st finger up 2 frets, so it's now on the 7th fret of the G string. And we do a double pull off again, 9th fret, 3rd finger. Using that little finger again, 10th fret, D string. And again, because we've changed the note here, which is C, we need to do the same in our picking hand as well. So that's now fret 17 on the G string. Now again, same pull-offs, but to finish it off, we're going to go back up to the 9th fret using our 3rd finger. Like so. And then we're going to execute a little semitone bend, so the E note here on fret 9 moves up 1 fret to become F. Now you don't move up, you just bend up. So that's the sound you're after, and that's the bend. However, to make the bend a little bit more interesting, we do another little bit of tapping using the picking hand, but instead of driving the note down and holding it, we're just going to actually strike the fret itself, and we get that harmonic sound. We're going to do it at the top of the bend. So we bend up, and then we hit it at the top of the bend so that the bend goes up in 1 octave and comes down in a higher octave. Okay, so if I play the whole C chord section again. And then let's put the whole thing together. Starting with D minor.